No, insomma direi che il sistema è
Sinistra! A sinistra! A sinistra!
I feel extremely relieved and happy because everything went well so far. We don't have no problems, no. How can I say? We were a little bit worried about at the beginning, of course, because we knew that we had a very strict plan of safety measure, and we are pretty sure about that. But you never know; something could happen unexpectedly, and which is not the case. So everybody is happy to be here, extremely happy to be here. And apart from the fact that we have to wear masks all day long, and outside the theaters and inside the theaters, I think it's a small price to pay for the joy and the pleasure to be back to a festival, to a big event like Venice. No. We have extremely good positive feedback from all over the world, and people are asking us to send them the protocols, to explain them how we did it and how we managed the situation. So this was a sort of idea as well at the beginning, to hold the festival as a sort of a lab, a test for everybody, to show that it can be done. And of course, something can be improved because we are the first, and so we are happy and proud of that.
We extend it maybe like one more week. Yeah. Next year maybe a month long festival.
I think the festival's been a massive success, partly because the only criteria for judging Venice's success this year was whether or not it would be behind a COVID spike. Now, so far, we're nearly at the end of the festival, that hasn't happened. Therefore, it's been an incredible success. As a journalist, it's actually been way smoother than I ever thought. I feel so lucky to even be here. But to be at a festival that seems incredibly well organised. The booking system has had a few teething problems, but nothing really to complain about. Everybody's hopefully managed to see the films. It feels safe in there. It feels socially distanced. Everyone's wearing their masks. Everyone is wearing their masks around the casino. So really, I think Venice have tried to put everything in place to seem very responsible, and I think that they've shown other festivals who want to have a physical event, who feel able to have a physical event, of how they can go about it.
Great job.
It's a COVID lineup. This is the COVID festival. There's no use pretending anything else, you know, and that, of course, some films weren't going to be able to show. This is not the Venice where we've seen The Shape of Water launched or La La Land. This is not that festival this year. And of course, we have One Night in Miami and Nomadland, and I think we're pretty lucky to get that, but we couldn't really expect the same kind of festival. It would feel really off note, I think, to have had a red carpet with screaming fans and celebrities walking down it and people talking about who wore what. 2020 is not the year for those kind of discussions. What we've actually had instead, I think, is a festival of quite a lot of film integrity. I mean, there have been some very, very good films from all over the world, just less from North America. So really, if Hollywood does take any notice of the Venice lineup this year and what wins the Golden Lion, it will seem that those films will have really been judged by whether they're good movies or not who starred in them, and that's quite novel.
What's been good for us, not necessarily said on camera, but
to meet with more than 5 people. I love this festival and I was really looking forward to it, and I was also slightly apprehensive because I didn't know how it was going to function and how many hurdles there would be. Particularly, you know, for us, we have a very specific job, and there are certain things that might not sound important to one person, but for us, you know, it can actually make a phenomenal difference to the workload. So obviously, yes, it was jumping into the, you know, into the sort of void a little, but it's been great.
But has it been okay for you?
The studios, primarily, apart from Searchlight, are not here. And that obviously they tend to bring the big starry American films that are beginning their journey towards the Oscars. And obviously Venice in the last 6 or 7 years has become the festival to launch those sort of films at. There are 1 or 2 here this year rather than 6 or 8. So that's obviously noticeable.
Le spectacle, la pièce théâtrale. Ah, tu l'as vu?
Oui, très émouvant.
C'est totalement différent.
Oui, parce que la pièce, je me souviens, ça...
È un momento di rinascita per tutti, per tutto il mondo, quindi insomma in questo, appunto, in questo siamo nella stessa atmosfera tutti quanti, sia gli stranieri che gli italiani, per cui questo festival è veramente un momento di incontro importante per ricominciare a sognare, per ricominciare a stare insieme, anche se con le normative e seguendo tutte le insomma, i protocolli di sicurezza.